Fortinet. This one I thought was a little bit funny. Not too funny, but a little bit funny. Hackers retain access to patched FortiGate VPNs using symlinks. So essentially what happened is Fortinet had some VPN devices that were compromised. And then they clamped it down. They fixed the vulnerability, and you can see the vulnerabilities they had here. And even though they fixed the vulnerabilities, they're like, wait, why are people still accessing our VPN devices unauthorized? And the reason why is because the people who initially used these initial vulnerabilities left symlinks, which allowed them to have read-only access to the VPN devices after everything was patched, and they didn't realize this. A symbolic link connecting to the user file system and the root file system in a folder used to serve language files for the SSL VPN. This modification took place in the user file system and avoided detection. And so as a result, they could have read-only access to files on the device's file system, which may include configurations, which then just lets you further continually hack. That's actually kind of smart. That's not so bad. That's kind of smart. That's kind of smart. Now, what's not so funny is the fact that these attacks go back to early 2023, which means that they've been around for a while. They didn't get clamped down for a while, and the symlinks have just continued to stay. So what kind of information has been retrieved from what would supposedly be secure SSL VPN connections or devices? I think these are devices, yeah. And you can imagine, if you just think about it for a second, you can imagine someone having an SSL VPN like device or just access to an SSL VPN gateway. And because they feel secure, because it's SSL VPN, they think, I'm secure, I have like a lockdown network. I can kind of like take some risks here that they don't feel risky anymore, right? You can see where that could lead.